Folks, how you doing? Welcome to Good Works Tractors. Got a slew of new products for you today. We're going to start out with the Dethatcher for zero turn, 60-inch wide, actually available in 50 inches wide. Also for the zero turn, mounts right on the front, totally different concept than pulling it behind on a tractor. Use this handle here to raise and lower it, but this thing works. We've already used it, and it works just like the rear mounted Dethatchers, just right in front. Has the gauge wheels on there so it doesn't sink down too much. There's no height control like there is with a 3-point lever, so that's a difference. And while we're talking about it, standing here, we actually made a few tweaks to our, a tweak to our Rhino hide canopy. This is sold through tractorcanopy.com, so it's a related entity, but not on Good Works Tractors. Go to tractorcanopy.com for this, but you're gonna notice this bracket here has a groove, and that's actually a design improvement. And so it means that there's no longer a need to have to drill a hole down here once you get your angle set. Now you can just kind of adjust it in that hole to get your angle of the canopy set, because all roll bars are a bit different, right? Some are slightly slanted, some are straight up, some are really slanted, and so on. And so that difference there is going to save new customers time on the install there and give you more flexibility without having to permanently commit to a certain position. Next up, let's show you. We got two different brooms here, but this is the one we're going to show you now. Broom X. Pretty cool, huh? Mounts right on a set of pallet forks. It's on our Versa forks now that are on the 3-point. These forks also go on the loader or the 3-point. But then you can mount a broom on there. We used this for snow this past winter. We already cleaned off the parking pad. Rocks and stuff getting on it all the time. They're already starting to trickle back on. So this thing's gonna come in handy, no doubt about it. Driveway, getting all the sticks and just random debris that just kind of, I don't know, seem to gather there over the winter too. So really cool. I mean, there's no other connections. You just put it on your pallet forks and get to work. There's a standard duty and a heavy duty series, multiple widths that are available too. 450 miles of brooming, of pushing before you have to replace those bristles. Super easy to replace those when you need to. Also, goodworkstractors.com, get more information. Prices include free shipping to 36 states. Now we got a couple things going on up here. Couple different products to show you. Let's start on the back side. This is a PTO Power Pack. All right, so tractors in general, and particularly small tractors, just don't have a lot of hydraulic flow. There's just not much there. And so you can add on a PTO Power Pack. All this does is produce PTO power, hydraulic power. So PTO power, hydraulic power, using the rear PTO. You just put your pump right on there, and then it connects right to the system. This is a big old tank. You have your filters, and we actually added from Summit Hydraulics, like a flow reverser. See where it says reverse, neutral, forward right there. So we can change the direction of the flow. That's one of the benefits of using hydraulic attachments. But we can then run hydraulic augers. You can run front-mounted brush cutters. If you can find a snowblower perhaps up there. I mean, bigger tractors is probably easier to find a little bit more options because you still have to have the lift capacity that some of these smaller tractors just don't have. But this is far and away the cheapest PTO Power Pack that I've seen anywhere. So, and this is made in America. I think there's a flag. They got the flag right on there too, from Ironcraft. But again, goodworkstractors.com. Folks, we are proud to be sponsored by RimGuard Solutions, a liquid ballast weight. It goes right inside your tires, completely hidden. Not only is it going to help with safety, keeping those rear tires planted on the ground, it helps with loader efficiency and traction too. The benefits of RimGuard include being the heaviest all-natural liquid ballast weight on the market. It's not going to corrode your rims like the old calcium chloride. It's not going to freeze, and it's available at over 1,000 dealers nationwide. Find the dealer near you at rimguardsolutions.com. Since I'm staring at all these hydraulics, we talked about Summit already. This tractor has, well, a lot of Summit products on it. So this is going to be like a hydraulic multiplier, all right? So we have one of these functions that's ran up front to control the third function. Then we have 3 additional functions in the back here as well. We have a hydraulic top and tilt link on there. We already talked about that flow reverser. So there's just a lot of different hydraulic products that, well, maybe you don't need all of these, right? But this is kind of our test animal here. We put everything on here just because it's a really popular model of tractor too. But I'll tell you, we use, if not all these functions, multiple of these functions on a regular basis. You never had too many hydraulic functions. I don't even know if that's possible. But get everything you need at Summit Hydraulics website. You're gonna save 5% off of your order with code GWT. All right, now this thing's pretty cool. The downside with the PTO 3-point mount post hole diggers is that they don't reverse flow. So if you go down on the ground and you get stuck, there's no way to just easily get that thing back out of there. You gotta unhook it and then try to unwind it and everything else. It's just a really big pain in the butt. So you get a hydraulic auger that's mounted on the loader like this, and you can change direction of that flow. If you do get stuck, you obviously have a lot nicer visibility. You don't have to turn around and crane your neck and tweak your back and all that kind of stuff too. So I will say, now this is a subcompact tractor, right? So we have maxed out our loader lift height. That's as high as that'll go, and it wasn't sitting quite vertical. I actually had to drive forward like 3-4 inches just to get this thing to be vertical. So is it perfect on a subcompact tractor? No. If you had a smaller auger on there, you know, they do make, like some of the 3-point augers that we sell, they're only 36 inches instead of 42 or 48. So they're designed for smaller tractors. So you could probably get by with that if you wanted to, or you can do what I just did right here, and it really wasn't that big of a deal at all, and get the job done. So a couple more things going on. We do have, right now, Ironcraft doesn't offer a JDQA version of this, so we actually put a conversion plate on here. We have the JDQA to SSQA conversion plate on there, and then we hooked up the SSQA version right to this. And we're gonna run this off of the third function on here. This is the 1500 series hydraulic auger. So you wanna size everything accordingly. If you're gonna run this off of that power pack, you'd wanna get the smaller version. Well, maybe. You either want to get a smaller version of the power pack that puts out less hydraulic flow, or get a bigger version of this auger that can operate with more hydraulic flow. So we have another larger 3500 series auger as well, and we have another tractor. We have a bunch of other tractors. So I just have a combination of tools here to try out different setups, show you guys on video. If you own a tractor, I'm going to make your life easier in about 30 seconds and tell you about the PTO Link. With a male and a female side, it's super easy to figure out. Hook it up to your output shaft, hook it up to your attachment, give it a slight twist, and you're ready to go. It's also going to add about 5 inches of length to your PTO shaft. So a lot of us, we add on a quick hitch, the shaft becomes too short. Well, this fixes that problem too. Now for those really heavy, awkward attachments, they have a new product out, the spanner wrench called PTO Align. You can see those angles that are adjusted just right to reach back in there, grab onto that shaft, and twist it where you need it to go. Now, of course, these products are all made in the USA, and best yet, you can save 5% off your order with code GWT at TractorPTOLink.com. Oh, my goodness, I forgot. We also have our own mirror brackets now. All right, so that's what you're looking at here. Obviously, we've had our mirrors for a while. Great seller, but now we have a mirror bracket to go right along with those. So now you can buy these with just the mirror, or the mirror and the bracket. That's been requested a lot, and we're actually working on a version as well that will mount with magnets. So all the non-John Deere owners will have an option to just a magnet mount it right there. It'll probably be black in color, I'm assuming. Well, and so I don't know if it's our newest. It's definitely one of our newest. It's not even here. We're in pre-sale mode at the moment, but probably when this video comes out, we'll be in regular sale mode. But we've had our own quick hitch for a while. Okay, so this is our category 1 quick hitch, the Fast Cat 1. All right, it has the quick change pins, adjustable top link, you know, black in color. Actually, we have green, and we actually have a few other limited edition colors coming too. No bushings required, just direct pin fitment for category 1. And we now have a category 2 that's available for pre-sale and going to be ready here in the next month. It's in transit to us right now. So it's going to be the only category 2 quick hitch that is direct pin to Cat 2. There's no bushings required, and it's going to have an adjustable top link. You look at all the other ones out there, they have a welded top link and they require bushings. So it's going to be completely unique to the market in those two aspects. There's nothing to really compare it against. All right, I mean, it's going to be a very high quality quick hitch, great weld, same concept. This one's a little dusty. We've been using it for a little bit. And if you hadn't guessed it already, it is called the Fast Cat 2. Well, and I forgot about it on the 1025 over there, but we came up with this little deal here. We have some different variations of it, just pin holders, something you can magnet wherever you want, just something that's out of the way, just so you can keep some linchpins with you. You know, you always need something to hook up on a tractor, and it's just something simple out of the way. I don't know if you guys think about that or not, but we had a little bit of free time this winter. All right, something else that we're working on, just a rough prototype, but this is just a little trailer mover that mounts right on top of the quick hitch. You normally don't use these top holes here. They're just kind of hanging out. I mean, very rarely do you, but anyway, we have quick change pins on there. So this would be in like a usable position, but if you want to just keep it on your quick hitch and in the stored position, you can just rotate it like that. And again, this is just a rough prototype that we just kind of put together to get the concept to what we were thinking. Ugh, if I can get that quick change pin, bad angle for me. There we go. Anyway, so that'd be like the storage position, just up like that. And then again, if you just want to put it down, or you can flip this whole thing up and turn it over the other way. You can put it all the way down where this pin is if you need to get as low as possible down to the ground. Normally, if you have like a hydraulic top link, you can just kind of tilt that thing out and get right underneath there. But either way, you have multiple positions on here, multiple uses, just can stay right there. I don't know. I kind of like it. What do you guys think? All right, and we got another prototype here, which is not a one-size-fits-all yet, but that's why it's a prototype. We'll make some tweaks to this. Got a little parking stand. We're probably gonna actually get rid of the U-bolt design, just make a couple of plates, maybe with some slots in it or something so it fits different diameter tubes on there, and then obviously a little bit longer stand length as well so that it can fit taller attachments. And realistically, I probably should have put this up in front. If I would have had this mounted on the 3-point, had it raised up, then I could have utilized this space right here. But right now, we got it, and this is how I've had this same propped up since I've had it. Isn't that kind of ridiculous? You know, let me show you this really quick. Dirt Dog brand, also Dirt Dog brand. They have the parking stand for the rear blade, but they don't have one for the landscape rake. I mean, I brought this up at least a couple years ago. So I think it'd be a great idea to have a parking stand on the landscape rake too. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, because it's not just Dirt Dog, it's other brands as well that don't have these. But rock that back a bit. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Let's see if it stands now. Okay, still works. Obviously, it would have been better if it was up here, right? And it'd be better if it was longer, but again, just the first prototype just to get something, a starting point, and then we'll tweak it from there. I do like these landscape rakes, and those gauge wheels make a big difference. The last one up for you is the new Batwing Mower from Ironcraft. 10 foot wide, only requires 25 horsepower at the PTO. Pretty darn incredible. And Batwing, it'll fold up so you can fit through 8-foot gates. That's, well, I mean, it can come in handy a lot, right? Or even if you want to trailer that thing, to have it fold up to 8 foot wide, that makes a big difference. You know, no oversize, no overhang, compared to like our 10-foot fixed mower that we have right now. But only 25 horsepower required at the PTO is incredible, so you can get big jobs done with smaller tractors. Now, Ironcraft has had mowers out for years and years and years, Batwings as well, but this is just gonna be a scaled down version of their larger models. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us today, folks. You saw some stuff that's kind of prototypey, some stuff that's just hitting the market, some stuff that's maybe new to us, but all sorts of stuff always coming out. If you don't want to wait for these videos that we put out once or twice a year, just keep tabs. Just go to goodworkstractors.com. You'll see the new listings there. Sign up for our newsletter. We post new products when we have them coming out as well. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by, and until next time, stay safe. We'll see you soon.